I'm just trying to see Russo's tweet about the lines at practice today, and instead I open it to a girl wearing a Subway visor sucking some guy off, and it's like, I can't believe a Subway employee did this. It's like, no, she does not work for Subway.
I'm just trying to see what Tom Pelissero tweeted about the Vikings game, but instead I'm watching Pizza Hut gangbang.
Yeah,
it's fucking awful.
God.
Are those them 10 boys?
Nope. Good morning.
Thank you for watching
10K TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of 10K TV presented by 10,000 Takes. My name is Bossman, running another two-person show with a new face, producer Cam.
I'm back.
Iowa's favorite.
Iowa's favorite. Dude, apparently, actually, that like blew up in Iowa. I went on their podcast, and I just proceeded to shit on them the whole time.
Did they shit on how you look?
No, but they loved me. I don't know why. Yeah. I would shit on how I look. I mean, look at me. But it was bad.
I did see your video went viral in a couple Iowa Facebook groups.
They like run one of them, and that's what they said. They're like, dude, everyone in Iowa knows about you. I'm like, why? Because I was hammered.
Did you see the top comment on one of them? Is he looks like the guy in Little League who wears none of the helmets fit, so they just wear one on the top.
Dude, all I do when I post myself on the internet is get shit on, and I'm so here for it because it's great content. I don't care.
Yeah, you generate numbers, company man.
They were impressed with me. They're like, do you want to be our like designated Gophers guy? I'm like, whenever you want me on, I'll come shit on your parade. I don't care.
Even though we continue to lose to them every year but last year.
But I just still shit on them.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. That's good. It's good content for them.
So
good
funny.
for you.
I forgot about that, actually.
Yeah. Well, speaking of football, trying to talk some ball. Vikes.
Do you even ball, bro?
I do ball.
We both balled.
Oh, just like Matt Zuccarello, I do have two balls because Marcus
he barely has.
We talked about that last week. Marcus Foligno was the one who came out and said, "Yeah, Matt Zuccarello has both of his balls."
So what do you? Marcus woke up that morning. What are you gonna do today? Talk about my guy's nuts.
Yep, and I'm gonna be the first one to do it before the coach does, before the journalists do. I'm gonna be the one to leak that they're both there still.
That's so funny.
Two balls. Vikings.
Yes.
23-22. God, we were both there.
I was scared.
Until we went inside.
I was very smart, so I brought my cousin. He's never been to a Vikings game in his life. He's been a diehard Vikings fan, but he lives in near Duluth, so he just never had the time. But we were talking about the tailgate, and he's getting ready, and he wore a million layers.
Oh no!
I'm like, Tyler, I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure Sal has a tent.
Shout out Sal Spice's tailgate.
Yeah, she's the best. The tent was clutch. I showed up. I wore a vest, a sweatshirt, and sweatpants. And I was fucking cold. Yeah. Until I got in the stadium, I'm like, perfect.
Yeah.
And he was dying.
Well, dude,
sweating his ass off.
Especially when you sit in the stadium, the side we sat on, 305, is facing the sun.
Yeah.
You start cooking in there. I was ready to be one of those psychos who is shirtless.
Dude, we were out of the sun until the fourth quarter, and he's like, I'm dying.
Yeah.
And that's when you're adrenaline's going the most because we're coming back.
Right.
We're trying to go 10-2.
Yeah.
Thank fucking God we did. Why do they got to do that?
I don't know why they got to do it, but I have a question for you. Is that your first time ever seeing Kyler Murray play in person? Because it is for me. I have an observation.
Yeah, I think it might be my second. Yeah, it is. It's my second.
He looks so much smaller in person.
He's a wee little guy.
As if he doesn't look small enough on TV in the broadcast.
He's so small.
He looks like a kid. The way he runs around and just kind of he looks like he's just playing schoolyard ball.
He looks like he belongs in that mascot game they do at halftime sometimes. He's getting trucked by the Colts mascot.
I mean, credit to him, he can yuck the ball for a small guy.
So fast.
To the point he's so fast, but to the point too where when he would throw, it was almost too far for the receiver every time, to the point where he was just throwing it to Byron Murphy or I don't know who made the game-winning interception, but
Shaq Griffin.
Oh yeah, true. So. Yeah, you know what, though? There's a weird correlation with his performance yesterday and Call of Duty. Was it a double XP weekend?
It was double XP weekend.
Yes. You know what? For all the Vikings fans who are saying we don't get lucky, I think we got lucky this week.
I'm pretty sure last year when we played them, it was double XP too. But because I remember that being a thing.
Thank you to the schedule makers for always looking out for us.
Yeah, there was a kid in front of us that was kind of shitting on him because he's wearing a Kyler jersey, and I was giving him shit about like Call of Duty, and he was kind of being a dick, so he kind of deserved it.
Yeah.
But Kyler, like,
wait, are you saying you
the
chirped,
kid?
you
I
chirped
chirped the kid. Fuck them kids. Yeah.
But we were talking about testicles earlier. Sam Darnold took his out and placed them on the 50-yard line in that fourth quarter.
Ginger Jesus is here to stay.
Did he just earn a $30 million a year contract from the New York Giants? Or the New York Jets?
I hope so.
He's not coming back here, unfortunately.
He ain't going to go to the Jets. Yeah, the Jets hate him. He's going to go to the Giants, which would be, that would be fucking hilarious.
Or the Raiders.
Raiders would be funny because he's like, I love you, Sam, right now. But like, it just reminds me so much of Case Keenum.
Just a ginger.
He's going to get paid, and then he's just going to suck.
Just a ginger in the desert.
Yeah.
Just
because you know what those teams don't have? KOC.
Yeah, they don't.
And KOC's a god.
He's going to, dude, he could turn Daniel Jones into Brett Favre. Minus the welfare fraud.
Minus the penis picks.
Yeah. But, dude, I mean, like what we were going back to, Darnold looked great.
Yeah.
Like he was clutch. I think going into that game, I heard he was like 0-16 in games where he was trailing by 2 scores going into this game. Like
he looked really bad in the first half, though.
He did. Yeah.
It was a very bad
whole
half.
Offense did.
Yeah.
The defense balled out as normal, was confusing for the other team as normal. Aaron Jones, the fumble sticks, the KOC.
Yeah.
He needs to get double penetrated by those. He needs one on each side.
Dude, Aaron Jones thought he was playing for the 2023 Vikings in the first half.
He's made me reopen the Buttergate files.
Buttergate?
Which I put away the Buttergate files, thought about reopening them on the first play of the 2024 season, which people forget was when CJ Ham immediately fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
First play.
Well, I think you might have to like, it's volume 2 because it's like a fake. Because we don't have a fumbly problem, so it's like fake. So it's like margarine gate.
Yeah. The only problem is these fumbles are happening at really crucial times.
Yeah, let's not.
Like, maybe could you fumble the first possession of the second half on like the 50-yard line and not when we're on the goal line or when we're within our own red zone? Because the fumbles could not be in worse places. Like a fumble's a fumble and it's bad regardless, but where Aaron Jones is fumbling is bad. Like it's either when we should be getting points or it's like when we're backed up to our own end zone.
It is pretty bad.
He'll
be fine. I believe
stick.
I'll just get double penetrated.
Dude, we should do a drill where we try to like run with those things hitting us.
I thought you were gonna say we should do a drill where we double penetrate Jake.
No. A better trophy yet than the Corthaca jug is Paul Bunyan's axe, and it's coming home.
It is here. Roll the boat.
Did you see
that? Was sick.
That was awesome. I was just glad that I feel like the last 5 years we've played, it's been a close game. This game, we were just dominant.
You know what wasn't cool?
What?
Friday at 11 a.m. I had to work.
Yeah, that sucked.
I had to work. I was like, what are we doing?
I was at the Wild game. Jake and I were watching on the stream.
Yeah.
And it was like, I get that this is probably collectively the worst these two teams have been in a while, at least record-wise. I think the Gophers are way better than the record
I think it was scheduled like this
shows.
for a while.
Was it?
Yeah.
You know what? Say what you will about PJ Fleck, but in the last 4 years, he's either beaten Wisconsin or Iowa. So I think, as long as he wins one of those games, and let's be honest, like this team could have finished the year with only one loss. Like Iowa was the only true game that they
should have won Penn State.
They should have won Penn State. They definitely should have won UNC.
Oh my!
They should have won Michigan. They got fucked. That was also Jake's fault or Mike Hawk's fault.
That was. Dude, 3 plays go the other way.
Yeah.
Make the field goal. You don't get fucked on the onside kick, and you go for it.
Yes.
And not do whatever they did at Penn State. You're in the college football playoff conversation.
I know. Should have beat Rutgers too. That was.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
That was the game that we all knew we were going to lose because
you
just come off a big run of beating good teams.
Every year we sit here and
you just drop a stinker.
The beginning of December, we're like, but if this would have went the other way.
It is crazy though.
Sad.
But there are years where the Gophers legitimately get blown out, and it's fine, and you can't say anything about that. But when it comes down to 1 or 2 plays, like for every single loss,
only getting blown out in one game was great.
That was pretty cool.
Except that game sucked ass.
Yeah,
but it was still great.
Are you talking? Wait, which game you talking?
Iowa.
Yeah, Iowa. We didn't really get blown out though, did we?
Brother,
it was the final,
bro.
I've tried to block it out of my mind.
It was close during half, and then the second.
It was like we were up by 7 at half.
There's a reason why I blacked out that night. First of all, I became famous in Iowa, which I don't know if that's a good thing.
Not a good thing.
Second of all,
not a good thing in the event that you did.
Jake and I ended up on the roof of an ice cream parlor allegedly that night, just fucking around. I don't know. And then
Did you guys get ice cream?
no, it would have been cute though. And then I apparently started drinking with Tommy Olson at Blarnes that night too.
God.
It was a disaster.
He almost hit his head on the ceiling in the basement of that place.
Yeah. And then his brother, his name's escaping me right now, but we got fucking shit faced.
Oh yeah.
It was bad.
Let's talk about the Wild.
Yeah.
We're recording this Monday night. We are currently tied as the best team in the NHL.
It's unbelievable.
Who would have thought?
Not I, said the guy.
Although it's a little concerning we can't beat the top teams in our division. We're not going to address that right now. We'll get to that later. Here's some stats for you. Kirill leading in points. The Gus Bus leading in save percentage and goals allowed now. He's the front runner for the Vezina.
Bro,
Holy shit.
if Gus wins the Vezina and Kirill wins the Hart, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And you don't win the cup at that point,
It's a failure of a season.
that's a problem. I'm excited.
I mean, it's just crazy.
so good.
Like there's these videos on TikTok of like professional, like not professionals, but people like talking about the trade, which we'll get to in a little bit. But I'll watch all the videos in a row because everyone just talks about how well this team is for being 14 million in dead cap,
I know.
which is crazy. I mean, they're doing this once again. I know the narrative gets old. We've had a hand tied behind our back for ever since we bought out those dumbass contracts that we signed, and Billy G is still making it work.
It gets old, but it's the truth, and there's nothing you could do to
We should have never have signed anyone in 13 years.
roll.
That's a different discussion. But what's happening right now is just bananas. I also want to call our very own Matt Sargent as a Blackhawks
God.
fan. I'm going to see if he answers. He's apparently like really sick.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, he's sick, so he might. We went
Don't
to.
FaceTime him. He might be naked.
I'm going to call him for sure for that reason. You never know. There he is.
Wuhan Labs.
Sarge, you're on 10K TV. This is 10K TV Bossman 10K calling. How are you doing?
I've definitely been better. I just wanted to read off some quick I'm sick stats for you.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. 1 box of Kleenex.
Okay, that could be unrelated.
Only 3 happy tissues of that 1 box.
Okay.
All right. I have watched every Harry Potter since Prisoner of Azkaban, finishing up Deathly Hallows
Okay.
football. I did finish a lot. It took me way longer than most, but we got her done. I've just had turkey and mashed potatoes, and that's all I've ate today. And 6 glasses of water.
I feel like you should be drinking more water.
Real live.
think-
Yeah, just water.
Okay.
I want something else.
No, I mean, I think you should be drinking more water if you're sick.
You know, I've also switched my t-shirt 3 times due to sweats. So other than that,
Okay.
all right.
Okay, can we get your latest thoughts on the Blackhawks? The Blackhawks played the Wild on Friday. I'm not sure if you were aware.
Not only was I aware, I was actually there.
Oh, you were? Who were you with?
Yeah, I was. I was with your. I am. I have no service in my roommate's house.
Okay.
None.
Wait, you mean your parents' house?
His roommate's house? Wouldn't that be his
Okay, I
house?
get it. It's a joke. Okay, thoughts on the game on Friday?
I can honestly say I'm super proud of the Blackhawks. They actually looked like a decent team. Did you bring up the morning skate for the Wild? There's something there.
I had that written down. So I don't believe the Wild have won a game this year where they don't have a morning skate, and they did not have one on Friday. Can confirm, and they won. So is that just a myth? Have we busted it?
I'm until they play a real team. Yes, I said that. It's not busted, but we had great seats. We definitely had some captain's patch. The problem is I think I got sick right after. So the real question is did you get me sick? I know we weren't kissing or anything, but I was sitting right next to you.
You know what? I'm kind of sick too, to be honest. But I've also treated my body like a piece of trash this weekend.
God.
So
Yeah, it didn't help that I had 1,000 beers on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
all right. Well, that's all I needed you for. Get back to Harry Potter, and you know what? credit to the Blackhawks. They did almost look like a real team at one point until
Yes.
Peter Mrazek's glove pulled a Bossman and just
Yeah.
dropped it in the net.
We didn't need that. But y'all, Cam, what up?
What's up?
Just want to say what up.
God.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a nice bubble bath though. I don't know. That's like my favorite thing to do when I'm sick is just take a bubble bath. But
I have a gross
yeah,
image in
guys.
my head now. Thank you. All right.
All right.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Get better. Okay, bye. So that's your Blackhawks analysis of the game.
That's
from,
just it's a really interesting choice for. Why would they want him to represent their team?
They don't. I pick him as their representative. Also, did you see we created a new sad Blackhawks fan meme where it panned to Jake, or Jake panned over, and it was just me and Sarge, and I had my arm around him, and I was like, let's
I
go.
saw
And
that.
Sarge just looked sad. Like, after their team was winning 2-0, and within 9 seconds, they were tied.
Was he talking shit when they went up 2-0?
Yeah. Naturally was. I mean, there were some other Hawks fans around, so they were high-fiving, and then they just pulled the Hawks. But, yeah. So here's the other funny thing I did on Friday. This was a real drunk guy move. We were at Tom Reed's after with the Bar Down Beauties and Connor Beaupre, the E-Bug, and then Joe O'Donnell. The radio guys came out for a bit. We were having a jolly old time, having some beers. I don't know what her name is. She's an absolute sweetheart. She's the elevator attendant for the media elevator. And the only reason I know is because when we did the Cup Snake, we got media passes, so we were kind of like riding up and down that, doing stuff, and then various other times. I was hammered, and she like walked by, and they said hi to her, and I was like, "Was that the organist?" Like, I forgot that I was not at a baseball game. Like, the Minnesota Wild do not have an organist on staff.
Do they? Maybe they do.
I don't think we play an organ enough, and if we do, it's
kidding.
I mean, we have a DJ because it's
Yeah.
2024 and this isn't baseball. I legitimately asked them, "Was that the organist?"
What did they say?
They were like, "No, she's the media elevator attendant." I'm like, "I know I've seen her before." That was the dumbest thing I've probably said in a long time. But I had,
And you didn't say it to her.
yeah, but she looks like someone who could play the piano like really well, you know. Okay, so the other big news that happened, well, actually, the second thing, while we're going in order of events here, we traded for David. Is it Jiricek?
I think it's Jiricek.
Jiricek. So the Columbus Blue Jackets received Damon Hunt, RIP to the Wild Takes guys, because I know they were friends with him. Conditional first-round pick in 2025, which the way things are looking will be a real late-round pick.
And it's a conditional pick, right? So it's not actually
Yeah.
within the first 30. It's after that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And then a 2026 third-rounder and fourth-rounder, and then a 2027 second. We received Jiricek and 2025 second-round pick. So if you don't know this guy, he's from the Czech Republic. He was number 6 overall, drafted in 2021 by the Blue Jackets. And I guess the biggest gripe from Columbus fans and from Dino, who is their coach now, ironically, is that he's not a good skater.
There's no
So-
way that's true.
Yeah, I mean, they say he's just kind of like disjointed and
He didn't want to play in Columbus.
That's probably what happened.
Also, we know what's happening. Billy G is paying Dino under the table.
I was going to say, or Dino's looking out for us
Yeah, this is a
because he knows that he's in a dumpster fire of a situation that's
This
probably
is
never
great.
going to get better.
And he's probably going to be gone again soon.
Yeah, so
Like-
he's like, fuck it. Might as well help out the good guys, right?
At first, when I saw the trade, though, I was like, that's a lot of picks.
Yeah.
But then I broke it down and I did some research. I'm like, okay, it's fine, whatever.
Columbus fans were also, so I accidentally clicked on The Athletic. I didn't click on LaRusso's article. I clicked on the Columbus article. And the Columbus fans were like, the Wild think that they are going to be able to mold this guy into a good player. And he's played 50-some NHL games. He's not good. It's like, motherfucker, you're the Columbus Blue Jackets. It's like the Sam Darnold thing saying, well, yeah, he was terrible for the Jets, so he's going to be
They have
terrible for the
fans?
Vikings. I guess they do. Probably because of that dope-ass cannon they fire off.
That's
That
pretty
makes
dope.
me a fan of them whenever they're playing.
That is true. Also, the cool thing about this is that he's only like 20 or 21.
Yeah, he's 21.
Yeah. I know Damon Hunt was only 20 or 21, but at the same time, Damon Hunt wasn't the 6th overall pick.
Yeah. And so this is some real deep Wild knowledge that I'm going to lay on you, but we have a skating coach and skills coach named Andy Ness who seems to be very good at his job from what I've read. And he was the one who basically transformed Rossi back into an NHL caliber player from being, sick and taken a year off the game, and he's gotten only better. So I think if you give this guy some time with Andy to work on his skills and his skating and stuff, then I think he's going to be just fine.
Billy G knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing.
Got the staff.
But if you look at the future defensive pairings, though, ready for this?
It's fantastic.
Brody and Faber, Boyum Spurgeon, Middleton, Jiricek, if all goes well. And then, I mean,
that's hot.
Yeah, you still have other guys who could step up.
Doesn't even count.
Doesn't even include Chisholm, who's been rock solid.
Great.
He's been great. He had a nice goal on, was that Saturday, the game you were at? Yeah.
The game I was at.
Nice goal. I mean, that's kind of the national headline, is that we are shaping up to have one of the best defensive cores in the NHL, which
defense wins championships,
thought.
right?
It does. And great goaltending. We might be able to win games with like 2 goals. I mean, we have been winning games with like 2 goals, 3 goals.
Dude, I think it's great.
That's fucking
I'm
rocks.
excited.
Who would have thought, though? Anyone out there, like, did anyone actually think we'd be this good right now? Because I didn't.
No, not a chance.
After last year.
We're finally seeing what can happen when, granted, like we said before, we're still in salary cap hell. But when Billy G gets a little bit of flexibility, which in this case is we're winning, so he has more flexibility naturally, things can happen. Just wait.
Yeah, you're probably going to spend a good amount of that cap, not all of it. Hopefully locking up Krill. He's going to need more money.
Yeah.
And
13
Rossi,
years? 13 years for
13 years. 13 years, and no, like, buyout clause or anything.
Yeah.
So
13 years fully guaranteed. We'll give you the fucking we'll give you Lake Minnetonka.
you can just...
You can have it all.
You can have all the houses.
10 years from now, our kids are like, oh, fuck. Or 20 years from now.
They call it Lake Kaprizov. I'd be down with it.
Yeah, I'm down.
Also, what was I going to say? And, like, here's what's crazy. I mean, Flower just turned 40. He hasn't lost a game this year.
Yeah.
Spurgeon just turned 35. He's been rock solid since coming back from a double injury. Like,
he's played for 14 years.
Those guys both are playing so super well, and they're, like, older compared to the rest of the league.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Like,
that overtime win against Nashville, first of all, sickest moment I've ever seen in a Wild game because it happened right in front of me. We splurged on some tickets. My girlfriend, my cousin, and I splurged on some tickets. We were 3 rows up.
And then you splurged on the glass.
And then I splurged everywhere.
Minnesota Timberwolves. Surprisingly, our worst team right now.
Bad.
Who would have thought?
I can't wrap my head around it, and it makes me want to cry.
You know, usually they say in between hockey and basketball, Thanksgiving is the point where a slow start has turned into pull the oh shit handle.
Yep.
And we've pulled it. I mean,
we're
recording this Monday night. I believe we're at the time 8-10.
Yeah,
they're playing tonight, I believe, against the Los Angeles Lakers. So,
dude, and the Lakers have been hot.
Yeah,
I just don't get it. Like, I'm standing by the trade.
Yeah,
I still am.
You have to at this point.
I know.
Yeah, you're not going to bring him back.
Cat's lighting it up right
You're
now,
not bringing
which
him back.
Knew he was gonna because it's Minnesota.
We're up 10 on the
basketball.
Lakers, but
we are up 10 right now.
It's like a layup.
What's the score?
39-29.
Okay, so it's early. We're fine. I don't know. I hope we win, but it's just there's no chemistry.
No.
Randall and Gobert don't play together.
Yeah.
They're just lazy, and then they blame each other. And
and then
Minnesota Mike might be done.
Yeah, he's starting to look 30. Was he 39?
Yeah, he's old.
He's starting to look old.
Have
you seen the videos of Julius Randle where he just watches guys go by
That's
him?
what I'm saying.
It's so bad, dude. It's like there's the stereotypes about NBA players and them not playing defense, and then there's like the actual evidence right in front of you.
He just doesn't. He's just like, oh, that was cool.
If they drive by him and he can't steal it, he's like, well, good luck.
Yeah, like help, bro.
It
drives me nuts, actually.
You got it, Rudy. You're big. I'm not.
But then, like, I don't know. Everything's just out of sorts. I do think Finch is a good coach. Should figure it out. Hopefully make the playoffs. I don't know.
Or at least the play-in at this.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe they go on a run. I don't know.
Cavs are kind of bad too, though, right? Aren't they like barely above 500?
It's a little weird.
The whole league is weird right now.
Yeah, it's early.
Yeah,
it's still early. We got to remember that. I mean, let's look at the standings. The Cavaliers are 18-3.
Yeah, that's the crazy one to me.
What is happening?
I don't even know a single player. We were talking about this last week. I don't know a single player on that team.
Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Jared Allen.
I know.
Like, they're good, but
Jared Allen, the football player?
Yeah, the one that went to Idaho
Michael
State.
Jordan bit of his career where he's switching sports.
But no, we're 9-10. Even Denver's 10-8. Phoenix is 11-8. For somehow Golden State's 12-7. I don't know.
Yeah, if you're Steph Curry, anything can happen.
Memphis is 14-7 because John Morant's not shooting people or flashing guns on social
we need
media.
to get a gun to him.
Oh, and then the Rockets.
Take a picture.
The Rockets are 15-6.
Oh, yeah. It's about damn time they get good again.
Apparently, Alperen Şengün is just like the second coming of Dirk Nowitzki.
Okay.
It just fucking goes insane.
Is that a real person's name? Alperen Şengün?
And he's
that
only
sounds
22
like
and he's sick.
sounds like a character in like a children's book.
You're not wrong.
Guy who makes slime at a factory. The fans actually have started booing the Timberwolves.
Good.
Which is crazy. This team was in the Western Conference Finals last year, and then Ant like bitches about them booing, and it's like, well,
You can't
get mad at the fans for booing you when you're playing like shit.
I love Ant, right? Like, Ant's a superstar. He's going to be the best player in the NBA. Like, we all know this is going to happen because the dude is still young, and he's unbelievable. However, sometimes you just got to take one on the chin.
Yeah,
And that one, we deserve to boo.
we do. We've earned that right.
We're scared. You know why? We're fucking terrified. Because we're like, we've been shit on. Remember? We made played the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, and we were both in diapers still.
Yeah.
And now we finally got the taste, and now we're just terrified that in a couple years it's going to be the Alexei Shveds and the Luke Ridnours of the world here.
Well, I was 7.
Don't be
so
bad.
I'm hoping I wasn't in a diaper still.
You
But
might
you
have
never
been.
know. That's
might
still
have
at the age where you just like will randomly piss yourself.
You still shit yourself every
I still shit myself, and I'm
shit
an adult.
myself at work a couple weeks ago. I texted you. Anytime I shit myself,
That's a
I
great.
text you.
Then you get to go home.
No, they wanted me back.
You should have been like, it's bad. It's everywhere.
It was a brutal day. Anyway, speaking of shitting down their leg,
Yeah.
the Timberwolves have been doing that.
Yeah, they have. They do show like glimmers of hope where they're
Yeah.
playing competent basketball and they're playing good D and they're making threes, but it just
Like right now, apparently.
it just feels like they need to learn to play with each other again.
Mm-hmm.
And I get like why you make the trade because you were that close last year, but it's
Yeah.
also I don't want to talk about it anymore because it's done.
Basketball
it's
is
over with.
weird, man. Like
Yeah.
basketball, like you can't just rely on, we were good last year.
Yeah,
Or,
right.
with
Things
any sport, we're
change.
going to throw these people together. But like chemistry in basketball is huge because if you have one guy that's playing hero ball or if the people don't like each other, like it doesn't end well.
Yeah,
Basketball's weird.
At least Naz Reid isn't playing his dick off.
Naz Reid fucks.
He's the best.
I hope his dick doesn't fall off though.
We should give him Lake Minnetonka.
Dude, I would be down.
Probably already lives there.
I would give Naz Reid my firstborn if we
Okay.
won the finals.
Call him Naz.
No, I would just give it to him.
Oh, like you're the store guy. You show up to his house with a child. He's like, I don't fucking want this.
There's no receipt either.
Look,
There's no returns, no buybacks.
it looks nothing like him. It looks like fucking you. You're like, by the way, if this baby looks anything like me, don't bring him to Iowa because
He will die.
He's gonna get bullied so hard. It's gonna ruin his life. What else on the Timberwolves? You got anything? I mean, they've just been.
Also NBA Cup. I really thought we were like, yeah, we're gonna be cool. We're gonna be good this year.
Court
We're gonna
was
make
too
it.
bright.
Yeah, court was way too bright.
You
They were
could see
blinded
it
by the
reflecting
light.
off their faces.
Dude.
It's like that's blinding to me on TV. I can't imagine being there.
I know. Speaking of that, actually, did you see one of the games they played, the Raptors court with the dinosaur?
Yes, I did.
That fucks.
Yeah.
I saw it and like Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter highlights went through my head like a Vietnam veteran thinks about the war.
Right.
I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Well, that part, like for them, it's not awesome, but for me, it is.
Yes. Because you like the movies.
No, because I liked the old school Raptors.
Oh, you're right, dude. That
They didn't like Vietnam.
no, they did not. Those courts though were some of they're either hit or miss. Like
but
I feel like
yeah.
Portland's was cool,
It was fine because it was basic.
black and red,
Yeah,
or
it's
dark
fine.
like gray.
Ours was horrific.
Yeah, it was better than last year's. Last year's was bad. How they made like all they did was didn't they just fill in the lane with like made it look like a lake kind of, and that was all they
Yeah,
did.
I mean, that was pretty boring last year, but like some of them are crazy.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I think it's cool. Like they're just trying. It's like it's NBA Color Rush.
Yeah, exactly.
That's literally
It's
what
like,
it
let's
is.
just change
Instead
something
of
and see if
jerseys,
like
yeah.
millions of dollars.
They're just
come
trying to
in.
get new eyes.
Right.
Like instead of jerseys, it's courts, and they're just like, well, let's just make it. R.I.P. to anyone who's fucking colorblind.
Yeah,
by the way.
seriously.
With the jerseys, like you have our green court. Can you imagine if there's like a red team? They got red jerseys. Like,
Oh
they
my
just
God.
blend in like a green screen.
Well, I was saying it looked like they were wearing hunting stuff, but they
Yeah.
were hunting like snakes or something. Like
they-
it was like blaze green.
They were hunting a losing record.
They were hunting how to not play defense and then have it show up on video.
Yeah, brutal.
I
hopefully
feel
we
the
turn
worst
it
for
around.
John Krasinski for some reason because like his tweets during the games are just so sad
He's
about
just a sad little boy
about
right
the
now.
stats.
The Timberwolves are a bad team right
They're
now.
a bad team, and he's been saying it like, like I said at the beginning of the year, it's one of those things where it's like it's early, but then you reach a point, and even he said it where he's like, I don't know if fans know this or not, but the Minnesota Timberwolves are a bad basketball team right now.
Yeah.
Like this isn't just a thing here, a thing there, or a weird nuance.
No,
They're not playing well.
this is we should be used to this though.
Yeah,
But
and
like, fuck,
this
it
is what we
hurts.
get for having one fucking good year.
Yeah.
It all goes to shit the next, but it's not over yet. Anything else on the Wolves? You want to talk Gopher Hoops?
I think it's time to talk Gopher Hoops.
we talk Gopher Hoops?
If the Wolves are depressing, this is about to get real depressing.
Yeah, so the Gopher basketball team enters Big Ten play this week on Wednesday. I will be in attendance against Michigan State.
It's not
Izzo.
good.
Izzo's still the coach, right?
Izzo is the coach.
But it's not March.
It's January,
So it's good.
February, Izzo, April.
It's not March
That's
yet.
how the order
It's
of
not Izzo
operations
yet.
go. But it doesn't matter. It's Izzo.
Yeah, how good do they need to be for Ben Johnson not to get fired at this point?
They got to make the tournament.
They have to make the tournament
think.
for him to keep his job?
I think.
I think so too.
What, dude? It's bad.
It's bad.
So bad. Their Ken Palm rating sucks. The net rankings came out today. They're not even top.
They're out of the
150.
top 150.
That's
I saw.
bad.
That's not good.
You can't be a Power 5 team, in quotes, Power 5 team, and be not in the top 150. They've lost games. They lost to North Texas earlier in the year.
North Texas made a run though a couple of years ago when we were in Vegas.
They did.
They beat Purdue.
They did.
That's all I got in
back
terms
to
of
that Timberwolves bit where we're good one year, so we're good this year.
That's the only way I can spin this.
No,
Yeah,
I
losing
agree.
North
It's
Texas is
fine.
bad. They also missed. I was at that game. I was courtside with our non-official Gopher Hoops correspondent Phil,
Phil and
who had to
Minners.
point out that the band was standing right next to us. He goes, "Yeah, see the band's right there." I'm like, "I see that. They're
Phil.
blowing a trumpet in my
Hear
right
'em.
ear."
And then they went to the ESPN Events Invitational over Thanksgiving,
Yep.
which at this point we were 6-1 or 5-1. I'm like, all right, hiccup to North Texas, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then we play Wichita State. Bad team, by the way.
Shocker. Right?
Shockers.
Yeah, that's what they
so
do.
funny.
Yeah.
Two in the pink, one in the shocker.
Yeah.
Anyway, we almost beat them. We went to overtime. We actually should have beat them. We were
Right.
up. And I'm like, okay, are we something? Are we going to be better than I thought? No. Played Wake Forest, lost. Wichita State went on to play Florida and just got shit pumped.
Yeah.
And then we play something called Bethune-Cookman yesterday.
That sounded like a high school.
Yeah.
That sounded like an academy.
Watch out when you're at the game Wednesday. Trey Holloman, guard for Michigan State, went to Cretin-Derham Hall.
Oh.
Minnesota boy. He's sick.
Thought we were supposed to be able to recruit in state.
Nope. It's finally his time. AJ Hogard is gone from Michigan State. He's going crazy. That's just going to go for basketball is the rest of this year is just
Yeah.
being like, oh, there's a connection. Or just watching other really good players on other teams.
Or just spinning it like the North Texas spin that I came up with. They beat Purdue in the tournament in 2020, so they're an elite
We
program.
do play in 3 games at home against Fairleigh Dickinson. They did beat Purdue. 2
Right,
years
they
ago.
did.
That's a
So that's a
16.
reverse.
So if we beat them, we're
that's
in the
a
tournament.
reverse spin. That's not a good spin.
They're 3-6 right now.
Okay, so they're more of on our
Bad.
caliber.
But yeah, no, we're bad.
I did have the most elite text conversation with our friend Parker Fox.
Love that.
So they posted a video. I don't know what the ad was for, but it was him and Dawson Garcia. They were in a car, and Dawson shoots. He in the driver's side shoots the basketball over the car. It flies for like 100 yards and goes in. Very obviously CGI'd, right? I
Yeah.
just respond, "Is this real?" And then he just said, "Real as ever." And I go, "That's a hell of a shot." He said, "Haha, edited for sure." And I was like, "Yeah, I know."
Thanks,
That
Parker.
was it.
We do this.
That was it. That was just. This was on Wednesday morning. That was the conversation.
He's
we had.
hilarious,
So
though.
that's.
He's a good dude.
He's a great dude.
But
I feel bad for him,
do feel bad
to be
for him.
honest. I feel bad for the older guys. But you know what? They haven't started playing Big Ten play yet. You never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's a fair take. If Ben Johnson can't punch us into the tournament this year, then it's probably bye-bye.
And give me Nico Medved. He's
Bring
coach
back
at-
Patino.
No.
Bring back Patino, but let's do more Italian stuff with him. Like let's get him doing the Tommy DeVito shit. You know, like Patino. Like you know.
The mob just shows up for the
Yeah,
game.
and they'll just threaten the players on their team, so they like have to miss because the mob is doing what they did back in the '80s with Boston College on point spreads.
Yeah, that sounds like a great way to
It's a good way to win.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But yeah, we're bad. It's depressing.
Okay, your sister Claire, yeah, we know where she's at. Don't make threes, or you're not going to see Claire no more. Okay,
All right.
throw it out of bounds. Fuck, like,
Dude. Did
Oh,
you
just
see
like that, the Gophers are making a tear through the Big Ten ever since hiring known Italian mobster Richard Pitino.
rehiring?
Yeah, rehiring.
But yeah, no, they're bad. I'm depressed because I love Gopher hoops. I love college basketball.
I know you do.
It's my favorite. It's the best. I'm currently, after we're done recording this, going to check my 3 bets of the night. I bet on something called Drexel basketball tonight.
They sound like they're in contention for the Corthaca Jug.
They're in the Coastal Athletic, the Corthaca Jug.
And we're expanding the rivalry out west
The Drexel Dragons.
Versus
Now a part of the Corthaca Jug.
versus the team that the Gophers beat yesterday.
Bethune Cookman.
Bethune Cook prep school academy.
Oh my God. They were just Bishop Sycamore.
They definitely have houses on Minnetonka. If you go to a school with a name that long, you're rich.
Remember Bishop Sycamore?
No.
They're like fake football team that played the fake high school team that played IMG and just got shit on because it was like 40-year-old men.
That's right. I remember that story. Or
And is Bishop Sycamore?
or they're just full of athletes who are signed on teams so they can get free tuition because their mom is
But
like,
it wasn't even a real high school.
yeah, right. All right, should we do canceled?
Let's do it.
All right. Final segment of this episode of 10K TV is canceled. Something we used to do on It's a Bit frequently, but we're going to introduce to the new show. So, for those who don't know how this works, it's 2024. Everything and everyone's getting canceled these days, and we are going to give ourselves the power to cancel things as well. Cameron, what do you want to start with?
I have 2.
Okay.
So should we go 1 and then you're 1? Or
Sure, let's do it.
This is going to be controversial. Hot to Go. The H-O-T-T-O.
Oh,
I'm canceling that song. That shit sucks.
It's
Also, it's like a cult.
yeah.
Like any sporting event, they play it, and everyone's just doing the fucking like YMCA.
Yeah, I don't know the
What is
dance
happening?
yet.
It's awful.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
It is at every
And it's
sport.
also annoying because when I hear it, I just sing it the rest of the day.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm convinced it might be like the Russians like brainwashing us and
North
it's-
Korea propaganda.
Yeah, like if enough people say that, we all like switch into like a almost like a trance, and then we're just at the mercy of our enemies.
That's fair. There's a reason why Chappelle Roan, whoever sings it, came out of nowhere.
Right?
She's not a real person.
No, she's AI.
Yeah.
She's Russian AI. H-O-G-G-O-G-O.
It's like,
I don't even know what the letter is.
H-O-T-T.
Oh, it's T-T-O?
Yeah, it's Hot to Go.
Oh,
But it's just, I don't get it.
hot to go food?
Oh, that sounds good right now.
Sounds good right now. All right, so the first thing I'm going to cancel is Twitter for constantly pushing kick streamer clips and porn. And occasionally people dying in wars overseas.
Can't go on Twitter in public.
It's so bad. It's literally just like, it'll be a girl like working and typing and her tit is just out. And it's like, oh, whoops. And then it's funny because Twitter doesn't care, or X doesn't care if you do that. But then every time these clips come up from these streamers and the word kick is in it, there's always community notes. It's like kick violates, or not kick, steak violates Twitter or X's community.
They have
guidelines.
community guidelines?
But they don't take it down. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, wait, so Stake, a gambling website, can't post anything on this app, but I just saw a guy get killed by a dropping
That too.
grenade from a drone in Ukraine.
Bro.
It's like, holy shit.
And it, like, fuck you to all the people that say, well, it's because you will click on that stuff.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
This is everybody together, including even females.
This happened to me today.
Yes.
I was at the parts counter at work, and I was waiting for something, and I was scrolling through Twitter, and there was a guy next to me, too, like a tech waiting for something. I had to quick fucking turn my phone because it was like, mother and daughter video leaked, and it's just both of them taking it from behind. I'm like, God damn it.
It's like I'm just
Get
trying
this
to
outta
see
here.
Russo's tweet about the lines
Yeah.
at practice today, and
just-
instead I open it to a girl wearing a Subway visor sucking some guy off, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, I can't believe a Subway employee did this. It's like, no, she does not work
I'm
for
just trying to
Subway.
see what Tom Pelissero tweeted about the Vikings game, but instead I'm watching Pizza Hut gangbang. Yeah, it's fucking awful.
Yeah. So, and like I said, occasionally it's people dying. I saw a
that
dude today
sucks,
riding
too.
a bike. He rode it in the middle of a road, and a car hit him at about 40 miles
Dude,
an
if you
hour.
want to see people dying, go to Instagram Reels.
All right,
torture
what else
porn?
do you want to cancel?
The fucking climate in this room.
Yeah. Well, I thought, okay, first off, the heater is from like Harry Potter. Like it's that old.
Dude, that heater is old.
It's pretty old. It's a gas heater. And I don't know how to start it. I knew how to start it last year. I forgot this year. I did assume, because usually this room gets really hot when all the lights are on and stuff. It hasn't heated up.
No.
If anything,
and
it's
I-
somehow gotten colder.
I get hot very easily. Like, I like it cold, but there's a reason I look like a broken condom right now. I'm
Yeah.
fucking cold.
This would be a great place to sleep, though, right now.
Oh, yeah.
This is freezing in here.
Blankets,
Fucking
nothing but your
hibernate.
underwear on, maybe some
What-
Lubriderm.
Dude, what was was like Sarge on one of these shows a few weeks ago saying like we should do a bet or maybe it was Marlo, like the punishment should be you have to like live in the studio for a week. I'm like,
Sounds awesome.
I don't know. This is a public show.
Oh, you're right.
There's so many apartments down to the right of us. Actually, someone's got the wolves on. The second thing I'm going to cancel is myself for saying that Marcus Johansson should be the new slow-mo now that Kyle Anderson is out of Minnesota. Johansson's been playing great.
He's pretty sick.
He's been playing great. He's not slow by any means. He's very fast. His ability to enter the zone really helps that second line get established. He's had multiple assists. I think he's even scored since I said it a couple weeks ago. I scheduled a graphic of a picture of me saying, like, do we need to call him now Slow Joe because Slow-Mo's gone? And he scored like 2 assists and a goal that night. And I was like, delete. Fuck. Good thing I caught that one before it went out. That would have been a bad look.
That is a bad look.
To my credit, though, Russo was also on this. He's talked about it on his Worst Seats in the House podcast. So LePante always stood up for him. He said he was super bad, and then he went off. So Russo and I are both in the doghouse on that take.
Yeah, I never really liked him and didn't think he was good. I was wrong. He reminded me of Victor Rask.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, oh my God, he's so much better than Victor Rask.
I think he's just like been hurt for this entire time, and now he's finally not hurt.
Yeah, he's pretty
It's a
good.
take. I mean, you see this entire team last year, everyone's been asking me, why are the Wild so good this year? What's the difference? And I'm like, they're not all injured. Some of them are injured. Zuccarello has both testicles, but one of them is
still recovering.
One of them probably hurts like hell.
Oh,
Otherwise, I know there's some other injuries on the team, Brodeen,
Yeah.
can't remember who else, but it's like,
I might
for
go,
the most part, they're healthy.
I should go get a Devon Shore jersey.
You should.
That's so stupid.
He needs to be number 69, though.
Yeah, Shoresy.
I don't think because his Shoresy,
That's actually a cool jersey.
Shoresy's name is Shore.
Yeah.
The back of his jersey says Shore, and he's 69.
Ow,
I don't
fuck.
think the team, you good there?
Just beat up myself.
I don't think the team has a 69 on. I mean, you're kind of
Is
a
that
laughing
allowed?
stock. Probably not.
Not anymore. Wasn't Lemieux 69?
Yeah, it's a good Yeah, he was. It's a good hockey number, though.
Any numbers or anything is good with 6. If it's dudes, I don't know.
But yeah, there's always this stigma that's going to come around being number 69. And if you're
Yeah.
trash and you have 69, you look like even a bigger dick. So I get it. There's a lot of pressure. But he could remake one of the best fictional jerseys of all time, which is Shore from Shoresy.
The Wild jersey sales would skyrocket.
They would.
He should do it.
All right, folks. Thank you for listening to another episode of 10K TV. Appreciate your guys' support. Make sure to drink Captain's Patch, section 105, 113, or seat 13 at the Wild game. Also now available at Burger Mo's. So if you have a prediction for the game, take a video of you slamming it. Give us your prediction. We'll post it on the main page. And make sure to go to the website, 10ktakesmn.com, to read our blogs, visit our shop. Marlo put out some really cool PWHL merch that all goes to a good cause. So make sure to check out all of that. But folks, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of 10K TV, for supporting us as always, and we will see you next time.